Folks, no question it has warmed up across the valley today. Everybody at least in the 80s in Rio Grande City right now, sitting at 90 degrees. A little cooler on the eastern end of the valley, 81 in Port Isabel, in the 70s on the island right now. But boy, I tell you what it changed from yesterday. And our winds are sustained at anywhere from 15 to 25, 26 miles an hour. Not quite so gusty in the west, and that wind all coming up basically out of the south or southeast, so there's a very warm flow moving into the valley. And with that southerly flow, temperatures don't go down much tonight. We're going to bottom out right around 70 or so across the area. Then tomorrow, even hotter than today. Harlingen, McAllen, Weslaco, Edinburg, Rio Grande City, all probably going above 90. Cooler at the coast, of course, but still a very warm day across the entire valley tomorrow. The next 3 days, we do see a change. The normal high 77 will be 89 tomorrow. A front sneaks in on Thursday and cools it a little bit, really just closer to normal. Friday, kind of a second push of slightly cooler air comes in, and it makes it yet cooler by a couple of degrees, but even at that, we're right at normal for this time of year. Here's your cloud cover picture, and most of the cloud cover has disappeared this afternoon. Patchy clouds overhead now, but for the most part, blue skies ruling. And Watch Future Track says that overnight, patchy low clouds show up again, but during the daytime, we're back to partly to mostly sunny again. That will warm those temperatures up to those numbers we showed you. And then tomorrow night, early Thursday, a cool front sneaks in. This model hits at maybe an isolated brief, very light shower with the front, but we're talking isolated, brief, very light. Doesn't amount to much. For the most part, it's dry, and we end up with partly sunny skies again behind that front. And you go into Friday, we start to see moisture increasing. Well, I don't think there'll necessarily be any showers Friday. I think there probably will be at least a couple on Saturday as that moisture increases back in off the Gulf of Mexico. I think the next 3 days are dry, with the exception of maybe a sprinkle with that front on Thursday. Rest of Texas, here's where we stand. 81 in Austin right now, 78 San Antonio. The warm air continued to build northward, 65 in Dallas, but 73 in Abilene. Most of the rain in North Texas rained earlier in Dallas. That's beginning to kind of push out of the state as the warm air builds northward. Seeing a few showers show up out to the west as well. So the warm front moves out. That's helped us warm up. Next front in the state tomorrow, in the valley on Thursday. Again, a sprinkle possible, but we clear out behind it. Kind of a second push of cooler air builds in on Friday. The high just gets a little stronger and lowers the temperatures just a couple of degrees. By Saturday, the high moves east. The wind comes back off the Gulf. We bring moisture, and it gives ourselves at least a chance for a couple of showers on Saturday. If you're looking to travel northward tomorrow, 66 in San Antonio and Dallas, 70 in Houston. That's at 7 a.m. And by afternoon, most of the state warms up pretty nicely, 70s and 80s across the vast majority of Texas tomorrow. So for us for tonight, 70 for a low. Fog shows up again later on, and then tomorrow we're back up to 89. Clouds, maybe some fog in the morning, breezy and warm in the afternoon. Here you go. The next 7 days, the warmest of the bunch is tomorrow at an average of 89. We climb back in the 80s over the weekend, though, and then another front next Tuesday may cool it off just a little bit once again. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.